We are back. It's the podcast, and it is episode 4.
Episode 4, mate.
Of the podcast. You are joining us in the PureMusicTV studios today again. It's me, Bradley, including Bass-O.
And Abec9.
Abec9 is over there. Yep. You know what's happening with the album after last week. We finished off this week the second half of the album. The EDM dubstep style tracks all finished. The new track that completed that section of the album is what we're going to play today.
New track from the album.
New track from the album. It's brand new. No one's heard it.
It's extra.
Play a little sample bit today for people, and that's going to be on the new album, Revolution Against Corruption. That basically, like I said, it basically finishes the dubstep section.
It does. Disc 2's fully done.
It's called Music Power.
Oh, I like it.
It's a hype track.
It was very hype.
Different to the rest of the tracks on there as well, which is good. Shows you what sort of dubstep we can do. So that's what we're going to play today, just so you know what's coming up later at the end of the track, at the end of this podcast. We last week spoke about, we had a topic in the end of Mortal Kombat, which came out.
It was a bit of a topic episode.
Which actually we will play tomorrow for the first time, as we're getting a brand new white PS4 coming, Mortal Kombat 8. It's going to be the weekend ahead of us.
Fuck, man.
So that's going to be a hype weekend. Finishing up the album with a bit of Mortal Kombat in there, it's going to just be sick.
It is going to be great, man.
But that was the topic last week. A bit of gaming in there, a bit of stuff. So this week our history topic is going to be about us. It's going to be a little biography. We said a while back about the documentary on PureMusicTV. But this one's going to be like a little basic one with with just a brief version of how we got into music and why did we start music and stuff like that. And basically we'll start in a minute, but obviously remember to like and share the YouTube page of youtube.com/PureMusicTV. Facebook, just like the page at facebook.com/PureMusicTV, and on Twitter at PureMusicTV. Come check us out. We're always tweeting, we respond to any messages or tweets we get on either Facebook or Twitter, so you can hit us up, or you can email us if you want to do the old fashioned way, I suppose.
Yeah,
PureMusicTV@hotmail.co.uk. Come check us out, and any questions, any sort of things you just want to say, just we are going to listen. We want the community of PureMusicTV to be able to ask us questions and be interactive with us.
That's it.
It helps us. We can get ideas from anybody, and just little things that we might want in the future. So
that's it.
Email, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, anything. Do it in the comments below, because it's easiest that way. You can just put it in the comments and check it.
Either way, you will definitely get a reply.
Yeah, either way, we'll be able to reply. Well, if we can give a reply, we'll be able to reply.
Yeah.
So, like I said, do that. And now we'll start with how we got into music. It was sort of, 6 years ago? Something like that.
I think so, man.
When you were doing grime.
Yeah, it was grime first.
With people from like local area, like Ryan, Flo.
Yeah.
He's actually jumping on a couple of grime tracks with us. We've been producing a couple of beats for him.
Yeah.
He's still chatting, and he's going to do them within the next couple of weeks, I think.
Yeah, I think so. And he's sounding great.
And he's happy for us to put it onto the YouTube channel. So on this YouTube channel, you're going to get everything. You're going to get a bit of grime soon with a collaboration of people. So if you're grime people into that, that's a good thing for you to know. But that when you started, you just started with the chatting and
Yeah,
MCing.
it was mostly MCing at EYS. It started at school and then EYS afterwards.
Which was like a youth course, like a
Yeah.
college, wasn't it?
Yeah,
But yeah, the music scene there was quite big.
it was. Yeah, it was up there, man. It was great. It was great. And then we did a first MCing gig at
Like a set, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a set. I think it was like actually a competition. I think, but we entered that and I forgot some lyrics and stuff. Got vexed and just threw the microphone.
Just left.
That's
I
the
was
right
like, no, I'm done.
I was like, right, I'm fucking going home. And then come home and lo and behold, Bass-O's sitting in my kitchen, mate.
Just like, what, mate, what?
Ole. And then I remember he was like, oh, we've been up to and stuff. And then I was like, oh, telling you about music, showing you grime and that, which was like new for you. And
Yeah, it was new. Like I said before, it was like people who wanted to be Eminem and Dr.
it was,
Dre.
wasn't it?
I thought it was, but it's not. It's sort of is, but sort of not. So it's like it's a UK rap, is all it is.
Yeah, UK music. But it was great. And then I spoke to you, and you was like, "Yeah, I've been wanting to get into music and stuff." I was like, "Mate."
Yeah, because that was school. I remember I was going to try and learn drums or piano at that time.
That would have been sick.
And I didn't because just it was school, so it wasn't going to happen. So yeah, when you said you do music, I was like, maybe like I was going to do some singing at the time.
It was, wasn't it?
Well, we made like Time to Shine, I think, and
Sunshine.
but that was all like covers, and you were going to be chatting. I was going to be doing like choruses and singing.
Yeah.
And that was like the first, and we never actually
Did anything.
We wrote loads of songs and.
But it was done within like 2 days, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think
the whole
it was.
album was written in like 2 days.
I don't even think we had a cover for it.
I don't know if we did. If we did, it was probably done on like Paint or something.
Yeah, we didn't have a
But there was
music
no
setup.
official-
We have
yeah.
we had a computer and we could make the beats if we wanted to make beats, or we could store. We had phones to store beats on, but we had no recording setup.
No, it was pretty shit back then, wasn't it?
So we had to rely on other people, and you don't get it, so it gets left behind. So.
It does.
And then we went on to a females project, which was basically the same thing, really.
It kind of was.
And weren't our beats, and it was just going to be. I think there was a couple of our own beats that we had sort of.
Yeah. If anything, there was like 1 or 2, maybe.
Yeah, you got into. You heavily got into starting making the grime beats.
Yeah, properly as well. Not just like sampling beats and doing stuff like that. It was like proper, actual trying
Which was on
to
Fruity
compose the stuff.
Loops.
Fruity Loops.
And
Fruity Loops Studios.
yeah, that was like a females project, and I'm sure we had a females project part 2, which got like half planned.
That had more original beats on.
And I don't think it ever happened because it was like half planned and we just didn't do nothing with it.
It's crazy.
But we did get noticed sort of in the local area being producers, and because of MySpace back in the day.
We did, and people were just constantly messaging for
More
free
stuff,
beats.
yeah, free. It was all about free. And then after that, when you moved and got into a relationship with somebody, you got your own place and you had a setup there.
Yeah,
And you started getting into dubstep.
dub, original dub though, not the
Yeah,
dubstep
like the
music.
old Texaco 16-bit and Banger and
Yeah.
Cokie and
Old school dub.
Datstick and Edition. The old Datstick as
The
well.
old, yeah, the old.
Not
Datsun.
mainstream Edition and Datstick from nowadays. Not 2015 version.
And then you started getting into it.
I think
At
you,
that
yeah, I
point.
just came up to yours and you just started playing, like, you had CDs of dubstep. They were just, it was so,
Crazy.
it was like a grime mix with house music and drum and bass style weirdness. So it was something new and something, and we had the same sort of interest in music of we just liked everything about
Yeah.
music, even though we didn't really think about it. Just when we heard something, if we liked it, didn't matter if it was fucking Beethoven or Texaco back in the day, 16-bit. Didn't matter what it was. If it was grime, it was J&E and Criminal, or if it was rock, sort of heard back in the day of like Jimi Hendrix and Nirvana. You knew they were like the classic. That came later on, I think, with like
with us,
with like Led Zeppelin and stuff. That came more later. We knew about them.
Yeah.
But we were so in the dubstep,
and we invented
the grubstep style and that stuff.
Yeah, during that time as well.
There's still grubstep now.
That is what they're all doing now.
It's dubstep.
It's grubstep,
but structured like grime.
And not as heavy as dubstep either.
No, sometimes it can be, but sometimes it's more mellow and. It's not mainstream, but it's a mellow version sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's very structured. It has like an intro, and you have a verse, even though it's not a verse because there's nobody chatting or singing over it.
Yeah.
There's always a chorus where like a break, and
that's it.
So it's structured like someone could cover it. We've been saying for ages we want grubstep to be a thing, but it can't be official until people are chatting on it, because then people are like. They're chatting bars like they would do on grime, but it's on dubstep. That's when we can say it is grubstep because it's being produced and recorded as grubstep, grime and dubstep together.
It's an epic combination. We did it 5 years ago. And
we did it 5 years, and we've been working on it, and we've gone into all forms of dubstep.
Literally everything.
But we still go back to the old.
Yeah.
Original grubstep style, and we are going to get the people that we are producing these little grime tracks every now and then.
Yeah.
But there's a few people in mind that we have to get on these grubstep things, so they can. Because we know that could be sort of our signature style, because it's our own sort of style. Maybe the next album might just all be that sort of style, with a couple of tracks that's like heavier dubstep, lighter dubstep.
Yeah.
Still have rock going, and we've still got rock step. If you were tuned in to last week's episode of the podcast,
episode 3,
we played at the end, I believe. Might have been that. Was it last week? I think last week might have been Mortal Kombat.
Might have been Mortal Kombat, I think.
And the week before was. The neck breaker. It's been recent that we had the neck breaker.
Yeah, I think it was episode 2.
It might have been episode 2.
Maybe.
But we definitely, and that's a rock step. It is rock step. It has the guitar in the background, and
it does.
It
not
has
computerized guitar either. Actual.
No.
Pure recorded.
So episode 2 had Mortal Kombat.
Episode 2 had fucking playtime.
Okay. What? Did episode 1 have the neck breaker?
No, we tore it up episode 1.
I think so then. Well, maybe, but if you've heard the recent podcast, you would have heard the neck breaker.
You would have definitely heard neck breaker somewhere.
And you know what that is, and that's a rock step. We call that rock step.
Yes.
Where it's a guitar, an electric guitar, doing solos. It's a crazy thing to think with the dubstep. Having those electric guitar solos, but we've got those sort of things being made now, so maybe that's going to be our 2 signature styles of dubstep.
That would be sick.
So
grubstep and rockstep as well.
Yeah.
That is crazy. Sick though, overly sick.
So yeah, it's a whole style, and it's natural as well. We haven't planned anything like this. It's just
I know, it just
since when we were producing from back in the day 5 years ago. I was starting with Green Hill Zone and You're Not Alone and Passion.
Yeah.
They were just, it was just structured like that, and
it was, wasn't it?
And we just kept it for, because Sonic, if you think of the old Sonic Green Hill Zone, it's remixed like a grime remix.
It is. We just changed the original.
You just changed the original.
Synth
It just
to
drops. It just drops into bass,
That's a joke.
which would have been done on grime. It would have just been sub bass.
Yeah, sub bass.
It would have just been a sub bass. Down. It would have just been that
That's it, man.
with a simple redrum. It would have been awful.
It would.
So that's why you have to do
Weird.
the grub step. But it is grub step still.
It is. It's grub step, man.
And
Grub's
after
more beat gritty.
I think around when we started doing that, we started Pure Gore.
Pure gore.
And if you
First
go check the old
edition.
videos on YouTube, go back, you'll see the video. It says like Pure Gore's got the cover. It has like Resident Evil, Passion, the Pure Gore official track, which we remixed for the new album.
It is.
It's not like a remix; it's like a restructure, and
Yeah, restructure. Change the couple
but
of
that's how good it
effects.
was 4 years ago. 4 years ago, we can still bring it forward to now, and still say no, it deserves a track
It
on that
does.
album, and it does.
It really does.
But I think on there it had, what Resident Evil and Street Ball versus Tekken.
Was that on the first one? Yeah.
Yeah,
That's pretty big.
it's a. When you see the list, I saw the list before. Had like KD on a Mission remix. It had some like just crazy
Yeah.
songs on there for.
Sonic, Street Fighter vs Tekken, You're Not Alone, The Horror, Passion, Abused, Resident Evil, Transformers, Toxic, Swamp, and Great.
And when you think of, see, Green Hill Zone is the most viewed video we have. Transformers is
it more
third.
than Transformers?
Yeah, it is much more than
Shit.
Transformers. And Toxic is third. Toxic's got like 20,000, I think, 10,000, 20,000.
Shit.
So that's like, even though they're so old, they are what made the YouTube channel in the first place.
It was, man, them old ones.
I think we had problems back in the day. I think we didn't really release it. We just put it on YouTube.
It kind of was, wasn't it? Pure Gore, you mean?
Yeah, the best ended up on YouTube, and then the rest ended up on YouTube anyway.
Yeah.
And then we came onto Pure Filth,
Pure Filth.
which I don't think we knew what we were trying to. It wasn't. We were still just learning dubstep.
Yeah, I
But we
think
were thinking, oh no, it has to be an album. But we just kept putting it on YouTube, and we weren't selling it as an album. We were just putting them on YouTube. And that was fine for us to do. I think we should have just done that in the first place instead of trying to do albums.
Yeah.
It went from Pure Filth to Pure Dub,
Pure Dub.
which
Oh,
was all
Pure
originals.
Dub.
These are all originals to this point. There was not many remixes of anything really.
Pure Dub was a big one because I think we was doing like a 2-disc thing. I think one of them was Pure Music and one was Pure Dub.
I think so. It
It's
was
a
a
really
whole
weird one.
weird thing. But yeah, we in the end we just put it all on YouTube. It weren't really sold as an album. It
We
was.
did, didn't we? I'm planning to put as like an hour video, and it's just the Pure Gore album as like a full.
I think
video.
that yeah, we were and then when we get on iTunes very soon, we're coming to iTunes.
Yeah.
We were just going to put them all on there anyway,
Yeah, and you can just buy all that.
and you can just buy the individual tracks you want for the old stuff.
Yeah. Some people really like the old stuff still as well, and that's what's got us the people that like us, you know.
Yeah,
With
And-
them old albums.
we know that's why we know in this new album that we are finishing and it's going to be released and it's going to go on iTunes. We know it's good timing,
Yeah,
and we know we're still developing. Like we still have the
Yeah.
rock and stuff on the first half of the album.
we're killing it.
But we know what we're doing now.
Yeah.
Like this whole album has a saying. It's called Revolution Against Corruption. There's a meaning behind it, and we're confident in ourselves to be able to say, no, this is our music and this is what it means and this is what it's
Yeah.
for. And
You know that, people.
yeah, we're finishing up as our development is still ongoing, but how we're gonna do music is now. We know where we're at now, and we know there is people out there that will understand what we try to say through our music. So
That's it, man. It's
they're
a
just-
strong message behind Revolution Against Corruption.
yeah, when people are going to get to listen, and even the tracks, not just dubstep, where we use certain samples from things, and they'll pick up on that when they hear the tracks.
Yeah.
But this one, the first half of the album is all people singing, and there's lyrics, and there's going to be meaning behind them lyrics, and I think.
But also just some pure banging tunes.
Some pure banging. The tune that you're going to hear today is
a big one.
a big one.
It's a big one.
And the neck breaker, and
Neckbreaker's epic.
I think you got some classic instrumentals in disc one as well. We ain't gonna say what they are, but we have one or two. That's taken from sort of our rock classical. It's more classic rock that we've tried to, and there's the glitch that we've spoke about a lot. Which is sort of blues. It didn't start off as blues. It was a.
It didn't, did it?
It was more of a freestyle thing, but we've gone for a freestyle blues feel just because we've got into the blues, and I'm a big fan of Professor Longhair from. I think he was like 60s, 70s.
That's big.
And
I like 30s blues.
30s to 70s, because after the 70s you had more. There was too much of a rock revolution through the 60s and 70s. It sort of, but in the areas of America like New Orleans and I think even up to Chicago. I think Chicago was actually the first.
Chicago's big for blues.
Chicago was the first place where they all played blues, and then I think because of the racism, they all left the city and went to the New Orleans where it was more chilled out, and you had a lot of non-Americans living there anyway.
I like blues, man. I like the glitch in general.
The glitch is just a whole. It's more of a freestyle of our personality as well. So that's going to be another thing as well that people are. You're going to get to see what we can do. I think in future we might sort of split everything up. So we might have a blues album. We might do like a blues mini album, like mini albums instead of putting them all together. Like do an album of like we do a blues thing, 5-6 tracks. It's like an EP, like a mini EP.
Yeah.
And then we do a rock one, and we do a dubstep one, and
I like that.
It'll just be maybe it's easier for people, especially this album is like an introduction to new people.
Yeah.
And then you go, well, I only like the dubstep, the grubstep version.
Rockstep 2s and that.
You can get the EPs of dubstep and stuff, and
like the psychedelicness and
you like the psychedelic rock, Nirvana, Jimi Hendrix inspired rock that we're doing. You come and listen to that. You want a bit more classical things, which we are thinking of doing a little classic mini series on YouTube. A little classical, a couple of like
classical series going on,
orchestra style things. But maybe that's not going to be a YouTube thing. Maybe that'll be like a mini EP. We don't know yet.
Ideas just coming out from anywhere.
Yeah, that's just a future thing that it's just easy. We don't want to push music that you don't want to hear. If you're not into dubstep, that's fine. You don't have to like dubstep. We're not saying you have to like dubstep because we like it. It's not like if you want to just listen to the dubstep, here's a little thing for dubstep. There's your dubstep, and you're into the rock, you're into the blues, and
it's a big variety for the album.
And we want to be able to please everybody that hears us. And
it's very big. You got vintage blues. You got Nirvana grunge rock.
Yeah,
it's Zeppelin style.
It's a whole.
It's a crazy EP.
It's a crazy thing for us that we can just do. We haven't tried to do it. We've listened to blues and find it weird and like awesome to listen to, so we get inspired by it and make our own. The same as dubstep. It's the same as we're not openly trying to make all music, because if we don't like it, we're not gonna make it.
No, that's it, man.
Just if we were trying to do everything, we'd be making the shitty songs you hear on the music channels nowadays.
That's
With just crap songs. But if we wanted to make money from it, we would just make a fucking shitty song.
It's easy. It's too easy, man. I like that we're versatile like that, because PureMusicTV has literally got everything.
Yeah, it fits the name now. When we came up, I don't remember coming up with PureMusicTV.
I have no idea. I think it was you though, man. I got a feeling it was you.
I think we came up with it, and the closest thing to I think we came up with it, and we were like, "There's surely a Pure Music thing."
Yeah.
And there's a Pure Music Generals.
Pure Music Generals I've heard of.
I think that's like a garage grime
I have
thing.
no idea what it is.
I think it's like a rap.
At all. I
think
know
it's like a
there's
group.
another PureMusicTV page which started the same time as us.
Started at the same time, but has no uploads.
No,
or
it
anything.
didn't do anything with it. And now on YouTube, there's like hour or 2 hour videos with bare songs, and it's called Pure Music, but like classical and stuff like that. It's very weird.
Yeah. So yes, there's Pure Music, but PureMusicTV is because that's when we knew. Yeah, we're going onto YouTube, so it's going to be a screen. Eventually, we're going to end up with videos. Eventually, the podcast is going to be done by camera, so it's going to be a TV.
That would be sick.
So, and the vlogs are coming soon as well.
Yeah, vlogs. Since I'm coming down yours tomorrow, I'm going to record a little vlog of MKX, man.
We could do a little vlog tomorrow.
Viewers.
I'm on seeing a little vlog so they can see.
Yeah, just jamming out, doing some MKX.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a visual thing that we're gonna try and start. So it's gonna be literally Pure Music TV. It's pure music because we do pretty much everything, and it's on YouTube.
That's it. It's pure music. There's no other way to get around.
There isn't no other way.
I had quite a few people ask me, "What is pure music? Is it a company? Is it a record label? Is that
We're not even sure. Is it our name?
I know. Is it a band name?
It's not a band name. It's more of a. It's more. If anything, it's more of a company brand and name.
It is, isn't it?
But it's just. It's not even that. We've just put it as.
Yeah, but.
It's just us, and that's what we do. We haven't come up with a band name. It's just. It's more just basically our YouTube channel name.
It is,
and
basically.
It's became like those people that are called like those gamers that are like Mr. Blaze.
Yeah.
He's not got Blaze in his name.
That's it.
But they're a gamer and they came up with something. So maybe like a nickname or something like Mr. Blaze 612.
Yeah.
It's clearly not his name. He's not called Mr. Blaze 612, but he gets big and it's called Mr. Six, like Vic Style 123.
Yeah.
He does Minecraft videos. Yes, his name is Vic, but his second name is not Style 123.
Yeah.
But he's known as Vic Style 123. So he's become Vic Style 123, even though he's not that.
Because
which is basically us. We named the YouTube channel. And all the tracks are Abec9 Bass-O.
Yeah.
So we're not PureMusicTV. We're just going to be known by our YouTube name.
Yeah.
That's fine. We're happy with that.
TV.
So it's a sort of band name, so it's sort of branding, but
yeah,
it works for us.
Kind of started being like a company after a while, like getting other people in.
Yeah, we're going to recruit people. And
yeah.
Which it sort of is. We have the idea of opening an office one day and being a recording studio.
It would be sick. As an actual
company,
retail company, like you can come in, get your recording done, whatever you need done, come in and get it done.
Yeah.
Chill.
So that's an idea, but it's a sort of company brand type thing that we're going with.
I like that for PureMusicTV.
And that's now, and you've had obviously you've heard today that we came from grime to dubstep, and we never really structured any albums. It was more just freestyling it, and now
that's going to be the first official release for
an
album.
which we are trying to get iTunes set up. It's a bit of a hassle, but we are trying to get it.
Yeah, sorting that.
Hopefully in the next couple of weeks, because we are going to start recording and finalising the album, so we want to be able to have at least the old stuff up on iTunes,
and something on
so
iTunes.
you can find a page, you know where we are, and
yeah,
and then when we say right, here's the album, you can just go straight there and you know
That's it.
it's
Ready
not a
to
new
buy,
thing. It's not going to be like one day we have iTunes and then 2 hours later it's like here's the album as well. You're going to be able to see iTunes and get into that old stuff.
There should be a official website coming soon as well.
Yeah.
Official website. Get all the news and that on the website and stuff.
Yeah, hopefully we can get that sorted.
Yeah, that would be big. Collaborations.
Collaborations with mainly Flo for now for grime.
Flo. Collaboration. Made a beat for him.
Which is a pretty hype beat.
It's epic. It's like grime, but kind of commercial.
It's like a modern grime, like a mainstream grime.
Yeah.
But still quite Pure Music TV stylish.
Yeah, very commercial grime too.
But he likes it and it's awesome.
He's loving it, and he's
recording it this week ish. Within the next week. And then we're getting it to put on YouTube.
Yeah, we're going to put it on our YouTube, what he's done, and then we're going to do our own version of that, kind of like a remix version.
Yeah, we're going to remix his version of grime, yeah. So that's coming. That's going to be a YouTube thing.
Which is going to be sick. Little summer single, PureMusicTV, summer W.
Yeah, you hear the grime version, and if you don't like the grime version, when we do the remix, you might like.
You might like the remix. It's going to be more commercial and probably stuff like you would see on TV and stuff like that. But
more of
fun. Nobody can take it from me. Nice try, but back in the sea. Did you not hear great sounding cheese? Fish in a big sea, and anyone can get caught for a fee. Mossman said if you want to achieve, then you've got to be top of the tree, where there ain't no one higher than me.
Yeah, so that's going to be coming hopefully in the next week.
Yeah,
hopefully next week on the podcast we'll be able to maybe even play that song. I don't know.
Yeah, hopefully, man. I want to get him into Pure Music Studios and get him to record it here in the studio.
Yeah, we're going to try and get. Hopefully, we can sort of record something.
That would be great
for the podcast. Maybe we won't be able to do a live podcast with him, but I might be able to do a little mini interview with him to slip into the podcast next week. Hopefully, we can do that.
If we can get some questions down and he's here.
Yeah, if you want the questions on Flo and want to know a bit more about him, then comment. But either way, we're going to get our own comments and questions off of him anyway, and
we will
see what he has to say.
Add him on Twitter at Ryan Culverhouse.
Yeah, that's his little Twitter. We'll put it on the screen for you so you can see. He's going to be. It sounds like he's got a lot of ideas for grime and.
Yeah, apparently he's got loads of lyrics. Apparently, so.
Hopefully we can just feed him that. We're not going to become grime producers, but we're basically going to produce stuff for anybody. So if somebody wants a song, we can do it instrumental, and then they can cover it. And that's fine. So
I like that idea, man.
So that's going to be coming soon, and obviously the album's going to be finished up. If you want to know any more about the album, obviously remember to come and check at PureMusicTV on Twitter, facebook.com/PureMusicTV, and subscribe on the channel here at youtube.com/PureMusicTV. Podcast is weekly. The album will be done soon, hopefully, but updates are coming all the time, so remember to comment on this and share it around with people that you think might be interested, or share a track.
That's it.
We are going to play the track now, the new track that finished up for us, the dubstep style of the album.
And I'm loving it, man. It's a fucking great track.
Called Music Power.
Music Power.
It's different from anything else on the album, but hopefully you'll like it and hopefully you'll love it. It's sort of inspired by the more mainstream of dubstep.
Yeah.
Like Skrillex, but in our own style still anyway, and
I think that, yeah.
I don't give a shit, it's still better than Skrillex. If people want to say, oh, this is Skrillex, it's better than Skrillex. It's what Skrillex can do. There you go.
Yeah, basically.
And I think we're going to hopefully mix this mainstream dubstep into the rock step.
Yeah.
So nothing will come on the album now, because I think we're happy with the dubstep section.
Yeah, I'm great with that, man.
Rubstep section. So, like I said, that's coming soon. That's done now, and hopefully you'll enjoy the new track of Music Power. Remember to like, comment and share and subscribe onto YouTube. Come see us at PureMusicTV on Twitter. Any questions, leave us down below. We will be back next week for the podcast.
Episode 5.
Episode 5, and like I said, might be able to have a bit more grime. So if you're interested in that, let us know in the comments below. But otherwise, obviously, come check us out on Facebook and Twitter. We'll see you on the next edition of PureMusicTV's podcast.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe as always. I have been Bass-O.
And I've been Abec9.
And we are going to say, see you later.
Music power.